and triceps workout. We got our little shoulders in here today as well, so it's going to be a good one. Grab your popcorn, take a seat, and let's go, man. So we got different exercises today from the last chest and tricep workout. As you can see, I'm starting off with some straight bar dips. This is the warm-up, of course. Always warm up your muscle. Make sure your joints are ready. Make sure your muscles are ready. We don't want no injuries. We're here to get better. We're not here to get injured. So now I chucked on the weight. I don't know how much this brick weighs, but it forces me to do 8 to 10 reps, which is the rep range I'm looking for. So we just want to focus on getting nice and low and then coming all the way back out and extend all the way at the top, man, because we want to hit that chest. We want to make it grow. Fun fact, actually, these straight bar dips hit your chest more than conventional, parallel bar dips. A lot of people didn't know that. I didn't know that until recently. So if you want to make that chest grow, start doing straight bar dips. And you can see my setup again. I've got the bricks, I've got the iron bars, I've got the chairs. Nothing new, nothing crazy. Well, some may say this is crazy, but I just think it gets the job done. So straight bar dips is an interesting exercise. It does require a bit of coordination, with your legs, your core, and obviously your upper body, man. So yeah, I would say it's kind of maybe not a full body movement, but it does require a lot of stabilization from yourself. And we're just repping it out, man. We're working hard. We want to hit those 8 to 10 rep range. Even if we don't hit it, we jump off the bar, start again. We hit the reps that you want to hit basically at the end of the day. So I think on this one, I start to feel it. I think, damn, man, come on, G, let's do this. Get back on the bar, finish it, and do what you need to do. And as you can see, get back on the bar and I do what I need to do. Even if you can't get the reps fully, do negatives. I think on the last one, I actually do a negative, so I just control the descent. You're still building muscle, guys. Controlling the eccentric part of the movement, you are still building muscle. And even in some cases, the eccentric part is the most important part of the movement. So I think I aimed for about 4 or 5 sets. I think it was probably 5 sets I ended up doing. I was feeling good. I was feeling well rested. My chest was feeling good. My shoulders and triceps were feeling good. So I thought, why not? Let's just do a 5th set. I generally don't go over 4 sets, I'll be honest. But I definitely don't go over 5 sets. Even if I do 5 sets, which is very rare, I don't go over it, to be honest. And as you can see there, I felt the fatigue, couldn't get the weight properly anymore without sacrificing form. So I dropped the weight and just did some bodyweight ones to finish off with. And then we go into the staple. We got the push-ups, but of course we've got the resistance band over the back just to make the push-ups that much harder. Just so, we can't, basically we're struggling to get 10 reps. That's what we want. We want that struggle. Building muscle ain't cute, it ain't pretty, it's not fashionable, it don't look good. That's why I show you guys all my reps. You see me struggling, you see my body shaking, you see my body trembling, all that sort of thing, because we are working hard. We are not doing this to look good at the end of the day. Anyone who does look good building muscle, well, I don't know, they might be doing something else behind the scenes. However, building muscle, I know, is ugly. Your face winces up. Everything looks, it's crazy. You got sweat on your brow, your hair's a mess, all that jazz, man. So make sure you're working hard. Make sure your last few reps are pushing you, because basically you're trying to destroy your current comfortability level, your current plateaus, and you're not going to do that without pushing the boundaries and pushing the limits, and that's a difficult thing to do. So we got in 4 sets of this, 8 to 10 reps. Actually, no, I think on the first one I did about 12 reps, and then as I said in previous videos, my reps just gradually decrease as the workout goes on, which they should in some case, or they should become harder. You should be fatiguing at lower reps on each set. It would make sense. I'm not saying the second set you do way less. I'm just saying as the workout goes on, you should feel fatigue faster, because that means you're working the muscles which you need to work, man. And on this, you want to make sure you're going all the way down and you're coming all the way up. We want that full range of movement. We want all the muscles contracting which are involved. We don't want to cheat the reps. We don't want to do half reps. We want the whole thing. Every single time, we want the whole thing. We want all the power we're going to get from these push-ups, man. So, got the resistance band on my back, of course. Don't know how much the resistance band, like how heavy it is, but man, it makes me struggle at the end of the day. And as you can see, as I just previously said, couldn't do no reps with a resistance band. So just go into body weight, guys. Don't be afraid to drop the weight. It don't make you less of a person. It doesn't mean you're weak or anything like that. Don't be afraid to drop the weight and finish what you are doing. So now we got archers. I tell you what, my archers have come a long way. I remember when I first started doing archers, it was terrible. Like it was terrible. Form was all over the place. Wasn't hitting a good amount of reps, but I stayed consistent. I made sure I always added them into my routines, and I have improved a lot with the archers. Archers are a great exercise for building into one-arm push-ups because they kind of have a unilateral feature to them. As you can see, you know, you're kind of concentrating your body weight onto one side or onto one arm. So, you know, that arm's taking a lot of weight, it's taking a lot of force, and just really great for building muscle. I would say this is, you know, a semi-advanced exercise, and maybe beginners would struggle with this, but give it a go. See how you get on. You can do 3, do 3. If you can do 6, do 6. Just make sure you're improving every single workout. So I was doing 10 on either side. I think I did about 3 sets. I'm sure I did 3 sets, 3 or 4 sets. But I'm sure it was 3 if I can remember correctly. And we're just working that tricep. As you can see, the triceps getting good activation, the shoulders getting a lot of activation, and of course the chest is working as well. These were difficult, I won't lie. These actually were pushing me. Like I was struggling, especially when I had to switch sides, man. I was struggling. And make sure when you're doing arches, make sure your hands are set up correctly before you even start going up and down, because it will just throw everything off if your arms are not set up correctly. Try to keep that arm as straight as possible, and you know, make sure your wrist will warm up before you start doing arches, because you're gonna suffer if you don't. Because remember, you're putting a lot of body weight on one wrist, so make sure you are warming up your wrists correctly, because wrist injury, it's just gonna hold you back really. Like, especially if you're doing calisthenics exercises, wrist injury is the last thing you want. So make sure you're taking care of your wrists, make sure you're strengthening them, and make sure you're eating what you need to eat to keep all your joints healthy. But enough with the wrist rant. Back to the arches. You know, final set. We're working hard, man. Keeping good core, not letting that lower back sink in, making sure our body is, you know, almost as straight as possible, and making sure the reps are clean as possible. I can see my form is kind of deteriorating as I get to, you know, end of the reps, but hey, that's all part of it, to be honest. And then we get into the tricep extensions, man. Now these are going to push your triceps to another level. You want to control the descent as much as, you know, you're pushing up, because the eccentric part is very important when it comes to these. Don't fling yourself down. You don't want to damage your elbows. You want to make sure your triceps getting the work that it needs to get, both when you're coming up and when you're going down. I think I did 2 sets of these because my triceps were feeling it at this point. So I said, you know what, 2 sets is good enough. I've seen people who actually don't even rest their elbows on the ground. They just go, you know, kind of hover above the ground and come up. I'm not at that level yet. When I am, I'll let you know. But for right now, I just do my best to control the way up and then come down slow and then reset, man. And as you can see, they ain't easy. They are not easy. And then we get into the lateral raises. So we want to get a bit of shoulder work in today. Lateral raises, I think, are a great exercise, to be honest. As I said, I'm not a strictly calisthenics individual. If I can do an exercise which is going to help me build muscle and strength somewhere, and it requires a band or weight or, you know, a machine, I'm going to use it, because, you know, why wouldn't I? So yeah, we did a couple sets of lateral raises. I wasn't able to show all the sets because the recording kind of messed up halfway through and the lighting wasn't great, so I'm showing you guys about 2 sets. We was hitting about, I want to say about maximum 15 reps because of the bands I was using. The next band up was too heavy, so I had to use these ones, but getting a lot of shoulder work, a lot of shoulder activation, which felt really good. And then we got into the front raises as well. I love lateral and front raises, to be honest. I've always thought they were very important when it comes to doing shoulder work. So I usually add them in regardless. Even if it's a back day, I might add them in, especially if it's a chest day, I add them in. I don't particularly have a shoulder day, so I throw in shoulders with, different body parts. That's just me, that's just my preference, that's what it is. So I wasn't feeling as much contraction as I wanted when I was doing 2 arms, so I just grabbed 2 bricks, man, and I did single arm front raises, and it was feeling good. I was getting good contraction, I was feeling the movement better, and I was controlling the movement better when it was just when I did individual arms. But I think the workout's coming to an end actually, or maybe not, I don't know. Make sure you carry on watching, make sure you're subscribed at this point if you come this far. Comment down, home workouts are the best. Comment down below, home workouts are the best, man, and let's see who's really rocking with me. But overall, hope you've enjoyed this video, hope you've enjoyed this workout, hope you're trying these workouts at home. Stay safe, work hard, eat right, sleep right, and make sure you drink your water, man. I'm out. Peace.